Hey, Shake and Bake Bits here. I was actually gonna do just some random drawings, small things like eyes and hands and stuff like that. More than anything, I was just gonna kind of go over the reason of doing all this. Like, I've always been really into art, but also I'm not big into social media, so I tried Instagram more like late last year. And real quick, I would suggest, I don't know, just draw something along while I'm doing this. Just kind of stay active. But did Instagram a while back, and it was more than anything, like people say, just to get your art out there. You know, even if it's not getting big or anything like that, it's being seen, you know, by somebody at least, or even if more than anything, it's doing it for yourself. Get out of that comfort zone and not being so judgy on your own work or anything like that. And doesn't matter how good you draw. But I ended up deleting it because, like I said before, I'm not really big on social media, and I just saw that. I started thinking, well, you know what? I did a lot more procrastinating than anything. Just scrolling around, seeing really good artists, and that stuff used to get me down a little bit. You know, saying, oh man, I'm not nearly as good as that. But it became more of a thing where I noticed that I would just be scrolling through Instagram and procrastinating. Oh, I found something cool that inspired me. And I'm not an addictive person, so I don't really get drawn into all that, but I'm like, well, what more can I see, and what more can I kind of help me draw, I guess, or a little more motivation. But it was just something I figured it would be easier not to keep up with all that, so I ended up deleting my Instagram. And then, like, a couple weeks back, about maybe a month ago actually, I tried to get back into it. I'm like, you know what, I'll just try to start up an Instagram again, and so I tried to start up another account, and it said that my email was already being used. So I was like, okay, well, I thought, oh, maybe it was my old password or something like that. So I tried to log in with my old account, and then it said that I violated terms of service, so they blocked me, or deactivated my account. And I'm like, that's weird, because I legitly deleted the whole thing, and they said that was not going to be there any longer, so how would my email be tied to it? And I went through some messages with them for a while, and back and forth, and they're just like, we want you to take a picture of yourself with a screenshot of, on a blank piece of paper, the sequence of numbers we sent you. And I'm like, that's weird, because there's no picture of me, so how they know if it's me or not? And it was an art Instagram, so there's nothing but drawings. And so I let them know that, and they're like, well, we just need to make sure that it's going to the right person. And I was like, okay, well, it still doesn't make sense. And I don't know, to me it was just stupid, so I kind of went back and just explained their logic to them. In the end, came down to, I wasn't going to go through it wasn't a whole lot, but it was, I guess, more about the principle. And I was, alright, well, simple enough to just activate the account. I could take a picture of some random person with a sequence of numbers, and I don't know if they would know it was even the case. But I was like, well, what other alternatives can I do to put my art out there? And on this channel, I was doing some gaming, and it just wasn't, some of it was fun, but it just seemed tedious to have to record constantly and then edit the video and all that. But this is a good way, I guess, to get my art out there, and at least just put something out. It's not that it has to be seen, but maybe it's more to also keep you motivated, keep myself motivated, anyways, to draw more, put more out there, and again, do this more for myself than anything. Try to progress and get better in other areas. This is so off right here. This needs to go higher as well, but yeah, just doodling-ish, I guess. That's the other thing where it's just kind of I didn't have an overhead. I have a camera, and right now I'm actually trying to see how easy it is just to use the basic of everything. So I'm just using my iPhone 8 right now. And the reason why this little dinner table is super wobbly, it's just a basic one, like $5-10. And then I just propped my camera or my phone onto this lamp here that I've had for some time now. But so that's, sorry if it's kind of wobbly and the image is getting weird, but I was like, you know what? It's simple enough to use everyday equipment. Everyone has a phone. Your phone may be good or bad or whatever, or not as good as others, but pretty much nowadays, the camera on the back of their phone is going to be pretty decent quality, and that's what I'm recording with right now. And you can do a lot with them these days, and depending on the software, there's a lot of free software, and some of it, yeah, there may be some ads attached or something like that, so it can be free. And it's just so simple to use. It's an iPhone. They have iMovies where you can do editing and stuff like that, but again, there's other free software that you can do that. I don't know much about Androids, but I hear they're pretty customizable and stuff like that, so you can find something, I'm almost guaranteeing it. So I think anyone should really put their art out, or not just art, anything. Let's say you just have something to say. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be inspirational, motivational, it could be venting. I mean, whatever you got to do. But I think everyone needs to do, it'd be good for anyone to really kind of get out of, let's say, their comfort zone or something. And not even a comfort zone, just kind of building up something. And I know your motivation could be so simple as to maybe make some AdSense money or something like that, or being sponsored. And I mean, some people, they can work a 9 to 5 and all that. That's not really my deal. I think I really want to pursue something that I have since a child. And if anyone's wondering what they might want, they want to do something, but they don't know what, I would suggest thinking back to when you're a kid. What was it that you wanted to be? What actually really excited you? And it can, I mean, for me, I remember thinking, I didn't know even the details to it, but being a cartoonist was a big thing for me. Yeah, there's simple things like being a dentist and a doctor and stuff like that too, but what really drove me was being a cartoonist or doing martial arts and stuff like that. So yeah, you may think back and, oh, I just wanted to do these basic things that a lot of kids may say, or be an astronaut, whatever. But I'd maybe take some time to set aside yourself and not be distracted with all the stuff that's around you, and just think for a moment, or go for a walk or exercise a little and just kind of think about what is it that brings you joy. And it can be something as simple as, for example, like when I hear music, there's certain songs that just really get me to want to play more and learn to play guitar better and drums and do all that. I mean, it's simple stuff, and then that kind of shows you where to go. Or if you think, well, this person's doing whatever they're doing, they're traveling and I can do that, or they're building do-it-yourself stuff, I can do that, then do it. And I guess that's the biggest part, is actually trying to get out there and do something like that. If anything, what I remember just thinking since I was a kid, I always want to inspire and motivate people myself. So whether it's through my whatever I'm doing, I want to encourage others to be able to do what's inside them to do. And I think it's possible for just about anything you want to do, honestly. I was fortunate enough to have be blessed with a mother who was very encouraging, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, you can become this and do this if you want, and just not really thinking about it. But she absolutely believed in me and my siblings, and it was something that still carries on with me today. And yeah, I haven't reached things that I quite wanted to yet, but there's always room to do that, and time. I think too much we're trying to focus on doing things quickly, and just we're not enjoying the moment now, where life it's a journey. I hate to say that, but it's actually just enjoy the experience, live in the moment, and in that moment, doesn't mean you can't plan ahead and have goals and aspirations and stuff like that, but don't miss out on the things that are here right now by thinking too far ahead. Don't dwell on the past, because that's already been done. It's not really anything you could do to change that. I think, this is more for myself than anything, is like, just what can you learn today to kind of help you succeed tomorrow, and or in the future, or what would you enjoy doing? Like, I think of going back to school, but what is it I want to go to school for? I used to think, well, I don't want to waste all this money on it, but also I think that's the wrong thought there, because then it's like, so I'm not going to spend money on myself to gain more knowledge or benefit of some sort. And I just don't like wasting resources or anything like that on something because I've done that a lot, where, oh, well, I'll try this, and nothing's really succeeded. That's too long of a thumb, isn't that? But I think also just think about what is it you truly, what are you at least willing to try? It looks too spaced out, but yeah. I just think there's on this channel I'm probably going to do a little more of these kind of talks, or just random talking, ranting maybe sometimes. But I think if there's anything that y'all want to do, I guess just comment it down below, and I won't say just straight up encourage one another. It's always good to do that, but maybe give some input. Not everyone has to do that, but just put some input out there and help other people if they don't know what to do, kind of guide them along. But I know that barely drew anything. It was just more me talking and pausing. But I think that next video or something like that, I'll try to have more of a focus deal. I'm trying to get better at anatomy, and specifically women anatomy. I don't know why it's so difficult. When I was younger, it felt like I could draw anything, and I took a huge break, and now it's just everything's kind of halted for me. But yeah, so thanks for just listening, guys. If you want to like and subscribe, go ahead. If not, then whatever, that's cool too.